And just real quickly, there was a study that came out of Israel about natural immunity. And basically the headline was that natural immunity provides a lot of protection, even better than the vaccines alone. What are people to make of that? So as we talk about vaccine mandates, I get calls all the time. People say, I've already had COVID, I'm protected. And now the study says maybe even more protected than the vaccine alone. Should they also get the vaccine? How do you make the case to them?
That's a really good point, Sanjay. I don't have a really firm answer for you on that. That's something that we're going to have to discuss regarding the durability of the response. The one thing the paper from Israel didn't tell you is whether or not, as high as the protection is with natural infection, what's the durability compared to the durability of a vaccine. So it is conceivable that you got infected, you're protected, but you may not be protected for an indefinite period of time. So I think that is something that we need to sit down and discuss seriously, because you very appropriately pointed out it is an issue, and there could be an argument for saying what you said.
And where are we on kids below the age of 12?
Come on. How come I've been saying this for months and now they bring it to Ant? Sorry. I wanted to storm off, but I got a little coconut water. I was thirsty. I had a fake throat fit. You know how it is. You can't go wrong with the coconut. It's better. This is whatever, but it's better straight out of a coconut. You ever had it straight out of a coconut? I do that when I go to Hawaii. Anyway, so they asked him a question. I might even play it again because it's so good. Sanjay Gupta's like, hey, there's data out of Israel that says you're actually better protected, if you get natural immunity from the first one than the Pfizer shot against Delta. What do you think about that? And Fauci's like, we're going to have to talk about that at a different time. Like, yeah, that's that's pretty noteworthy. Yeah, we do need to discuss that, don't we? Yeah, we do. Yeah, but what they don't tell you is how long it lasts, natural immunity. You know what else they don't tell you, Anthony Fauci? We're not even sure how long this one lasts. That's why you got the booster every 6 months, every 8 months. They're going back and forth. So it's the same with the product that they're pushing, that they don't know exactly how long that's going to last. And when they give you the booster, they don't know exactly how long that's going to last. And that's all he could say for the study out of Israel. I'm going to play it again because God forbid I say this. I'm the bad guy. I know they're sitting there. I'm not going to name news agencies, but I know they're sitting there trying to make me look like a conspiracy theorist. Oh, now he's so bad because he's so much better than CNN on Facebook. I'm sorry. My numbers are through the roof. I'm sorry people want to watch me. I'm sorry we have 5,600 people here. It's Friday. You think, I love being here. I love what I do. I'm just saying I have things to do. And I was like, hey, let me go. And I'm just crushing their news shows. Let Sanjay Gupta say it. I might even go get some water or something, because when I say this, they lose their mind. Sanjay says it, and Fauci has no idea what to say. He doesn't know. He's like, yeah, that's a good point. It is a good point. I've been making it for 2 months.
Quickly, there was a study that came out of Israel about natural immunity. And basically the headline was that natural immunity provides a lot of protection, even better than the vaccines alone. Just real quickly,
sorry.
There was a study that came out.
There's a study out of Israel that says that natural immunity is better than the shot, and this is Fauci's answer. I didn't say it. Sanjay Gupta said it. If you have any problems, that's my man Sanjay. Be nice to him. He's a nice guy. Just know you're not getting this from Anomaly. This is CNN. This is the trusted Anderson Cooper here, folks. This is okay. If you got problems talking to CNN, this guy, I would trust him. I'm like, hey, I got to go to the bathroom. You want to hold my dog real quick? I'd let him watch my dog in the middle of Philadelphia. God bless. Anyway.
About natural immunity. And basically the headline was that natural immunity provides a lot of protection, even better than the vaccines alone.
Whoa. Better?
No. What are people to make of that? So as we talk about vaccine mandates, I get calls all the time. People say, I've already had COVID, I'm protected, and now the study says maybe even more protected than the vaccine alone.
What?
Should they also get the vaccine? How do you make the case to them?
That's a really good point, Sanjay. I don't have a really firm answer for you on that. That's something that we're going to have to discuss regarding the durability of the response.
Let's discuss
one thing the paper from Israel didn't tell you is whether or not, as high as the protection is with natural infection, what's the durability compared to the durability of a vaccine. So it is conceivable that you got infected, you're protected, but you may not be protected for an indefinite period of time. So I think that is something that we need to sit down and discuss seriously, because you very appropriately pointed out it is an issue, and there could be an argument for saying what you said.
it is an issue, and it could be an argument to say what you said. For those who weren't paying attention, he was referencing the Bloomberg headline that says that natural immunity actually does better in Israel off of that study than the Pfizer shot. Fauci concedes that we should talk about it, that you do have a point, and that is a possibility, and he's stumbling and flustering, and I can't believe he admit that. People ask me where I get my stuff. Like, I'm not this guy who like goes out in the middle of the forest and like digs and finds like a book like the Book of Mormon or something, and then I just come up. That's what they try to treat me like in the press. Like I'm just like discovering things out in the woods. I go to Coachella and some stoner writes something and I just read it aloud. No, it's like, just listen to these people and they'll tell you exactly what they think. I don't need to think about what Bill Gates is doing. I don't make up Bill Gates conspiracy theories because Bill Gates is Bill Gates. He's out here rushing vaccines. He's doing GMO mosquitoes. Like he's doing something to spray things and try to block sunlight. Like that's really him. I don't have to make up a theory. What if Bill Gates in this, people always post a fake video of him. You don't need a fake video. Take a real video and he'll be like, well, we technically need indemnification because if the whole world gets my shot, hundreds of thousands of people have side effects. He says that. I don't say it. I could play the clip of that too. This is CNN. This is Anderson, Pooper Scooper Cooper. And I say that because I don't know for sure, but apparently he loves dogs. I'm just kidding. I don't know. He's a good guy, takes care of his dogs. Pooper Scooper Cooper. He's always, scooping it up and like the type of guy you'd want in your neighborhood, right? Always cleaning up after the next guy. Good man. But anyway, him on the very trustworthy, you got the trustworthy Fauci. And you got, Sanjay Gupta, and he's like, what about that Israel study? The one where it says like natural immunity is better than Pfizer. Like you would think Fauci would be like, oh, that's not true, but it's data. It's that data they talk about that people don't read. When you watch my video, I'm not just this moron rapper celebrity or something that's like, oh my God, just do what I say. I don't even tell people what to do. I don't say, get the vaccine, don't get the vaccine. I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to be a doctor. It's all these other celebrities that's like, you're not a doctor, but I'm going to tell you to take something. It's like, you're not a doctor either. Death cab for cutie, doing like vaccinated, whatever. It's like, you're not a doctor either. I don't pretend to be, but when I formulate my argument, I have like 50, I have the data from Israel, I have documents. I explain why I feel the way I feel. And I still don't tell you what to do, even though I know most of these other loser idiots. But, these people, all these politicians like Joe Biden, Justin Trudeau puts on like a varsity jacket and acts like he's in high school, like he's got a skateboard in his hand. He's like, I'm just like you, Trudeau. It's like, we get it, bro. They never say, hey, look at the data. They're not saying crap. And when they do, they always do cherry pick stuff. They asked Fauci a question about the Israel data that I've been yapping about on Facebook for 3 months now. And Fauci literally concedes that it might be true. And it's a good point. That point is that natural immunity does better than their shot. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's true. That's the point.